this just came to my mind, and Lindsay said it was okay to say whenever we wanted to, right?
Yeah. It's a dad's tradition.
You know, even Sundance, Wyoming has not the wrath of Dan Barnett. 31 years ago in August, Sandy and I got married in Sundance, Wyoming, which is a town of about 1,000 people. And the night before the wedding, there's about 3 bars in Sundance. We managed to hit them all. The last one we went into was kind of happening. There were probably 20 people in there. Something like that. There were a lot of people in there, and I think Dan was the first one in, wasn't he? Yeah. And you and I were behind him, and he just walked in, and he just grabbed this one girl. Had no idea who she was. Just picked her up and walked out the door of the Dime Horseshoe in Sundance, Wyoming. You know, and Stevens still talked about it to this day. I'm panicked. I'm like, what's going to happen? Are we going to have to fight somebody off? Is there some big cowboy coming? Stevens, okay, in Sundance, Wyoming. They don't really care. It's just like, but that was pretty much Dan. You know, hey, let's go have a good time and let's get everybody involved. It doesn't make any difference who it is. Everybody can have a good time because I'm having a good time. And that's just something that came to my mind when I was sitting over there. But even Sundance, Wyoming, huh, honey? Still talk about it. Dime Horseshoe.
And then we went to Missouri. Or no, so we went and we stopped by Roland Park, or Roland, Iowa. And we were all partying with Dan. And the cousins, I remember me and the cousins were in the RV, and we got some air conditioning. And we woke up Kristen the next morning, and Kristen said, we have to go to another party.
Well, it's kind of piggybacking off my dad's story. First off, I'd like to thank you two and Sue for opening up your house to us. Very, very nice of you. It's amazing. They got together and probably planned this. And what do you want to do? Get some beer and have a party. That's what Dan wants. Easy enough. I mean, the actual making it happen probably wasn't so easy, but the idea. But no, I remember going to Zane's before just about every Rocky game that I ever went to with Dan. Because there's a free shuttle that goes from Zane's to Coors Field. Zane's about 16th and I-25, right about in there. So Dan somehow always knew the schedule. He's like, yeah, that guy's day off today. We'll be all right though. I'll call him up. I got a cell number. So Dan always knew the schedule. Got us a ride somehow. We always managed to end up at the game, and I just remember sitting there talking about stories. I've heard that story many times. Different things. It's amazing how he never threw his brothers underneath the bus, though. He never had stories about his brothers. It just, look what I did. I'm so proud of this. So that's what I remember most about Dan, and the fact that he's just so genuine too. I remember one time during Christmas, we were all going somewhere, and Ben goes, man, or we were all going to, or we were going to church, I believe, and Dan decided not to go. And Ben just kind of looks around the car and goes, how do I get like Dan? And he's just a genuine guy. He did what he wanted, but still was just a great person.
Camila wanted me to tell her story. Camila's story is that her grandpa put up a banana swing in the backyard just for her. Nice. She swings on it, and he put it just at the right height for her to swing herself.
Did he teach her to count?
Well, she taught, what does Grandpa say? She feels shy. But the two things that Bampa says, she and Sue say, what does Bampa say? Blah, 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 blah. And the other thing that she learned from her Bampa was to say, yippee! So that's what Bampa says about anything, and that's what Camila says when she's happy. Yippee!
come to Gampa's and watch television and have Tootsie Rolls, too.
Yeah.
Not at your mama's house, but she did at Randall's house.
But Sue gets them organic, so it's better. Dad would say, but they're organic. What?